Hi all, this is the Focus Spender, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how I manage emotional spending. But first, if you're new to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe. My channel is all about getting out of debt, staying out of debt, organizing your finances, and increasing your net worth. So let's get started. So for a really long time, if you asked me if I was an emotional spender, I definitely would have said no, because I always thought of an emotional spender as someone who only shop or who shopped when they were sad or depressed. And me personally, if I'm feeling down, if I'm feeling depressed and I go shopping, particularly if I go shopping for clothes, it is a total disaster. Like, I will be in the changing room questioning my whole life. Honestly, nothing will fit me. I'm like, oh, I'm too short. My legs are too skinny. My stomach is this, blah, 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 blah. Like, nothing works for me when I am not feeling like myself. Like, I cannot shop under those type of emotions. So for that reason, I always said I am not an emotional shopper. But lately I've been thinking more about myself, just doing a little bit of self-reflection. And I realized, okay, I am an emotional spender. It's just that my spending emotions are just not tied to sadness and depression. My emotional spending is tied to feelings of overwhelmedness. And honestly, this is going to sound a little crazy, but like, if I'm feeling extremely happy, I will definitely spend a lot of money. In terms of being overwhelmed and shopping, if my apartment is messy, or if I'm feeling really overwhelmed, I will just start looking for solutions. Like, okay, I gotta buy a new storage solution because, my apartment is, my closet is a mess. So like, okay, now I gotta go buy all new boxes. I gotta buy a whole new closet shelving system. I have to do all these things just to fix that issue. Like, sometimes when I need to clean, I all of a sudden hate all of my cleaning products. And I'm like, the reason why I don't clean is because I don't like my mop. I don't like my broom. I should get a Swiffer wet jet, a Swiffer vacuum. I should buy a new vacuum. I should get this type of duster. I should get that, whatever. Like, I will just think of all these things to buy. And I'm like, once I buy this, I'm going to be set. I'm going to be able to clean all the time and everything's going to be perfect. And that is so not true. It has not worked in the past. It's not going to work in the future. So for me, when I feel those ways, I like to try and just be aware of those feelings and to understand that I'm overwhelmed. It's not like if I had more of, a certain item, if I had more storage boxes, if I had better cleaning supplies, all of a sudden my life is going to be grand. It's like, no, I need to own the fact that I'm overwhelmed and try and figure out a way to deal with it and like come up with a plan to deal with it. And that's how I keep that emotion in check. So the other way, like I said, about me being an emotional spender is when I'm feeling extremely happy, like almost euphoric, like happy. I will do serious damage, like serious. Do not let me sit in front of a computer when I get an email from my, favorite store like Aunt Taylor or J. Crew or Banana, and I'm like, oh my God, they have a 50% off the whole site sale, because I will lose my mind. I'm like, oh my God, I have to buy everything. I have to buy everything. And this is, again, when I'm like really in a good mood. If I'm not in a good mood and I try to shop at that point, even if there is a sale, I don't like anything. All of a sudden, I'm like, who made these clothes? Like, this is terrible. But a week later, when I'm in a good mood, those same outfits, those same items are gorgeous to me. So like, when what I realize is, like, when I shop like that, when I'm in that high and the items come, because I should say I am an online shopper, so that I can get, the petite clothes that I need to buy. When they come, all of a sudden, I'm not in that same mindset anymore. And for the most part, I don't like what I purchased. I'm just like, what is this? This material is cheap, because I was just filling up the shopping cart as opposed to like looking to see like what it is I really need, to read reviews. I'm just like, this is on sale, I have to buy it. So the way I like to manage my emotional spending when it comes to like the happiness or the euphoria feeling, I manage it is I keep a lot of Pinterest boards. And that way I'm like, throughout the year, I'm like I'm looking at different things that I like and I'm pinning it onto a board. And so when I get into those moments where I just want to go crazy with shopping, I kind of like look at the shopping cart and compare it to the Pinterest board. And if it's full of items that I had not previously identified that I wanted, then it has to go. It just has to go, because I don't want to buy a bunch of things that are just going to sit in my closet. And that's another reason why, like, a lot of people say, oh, you should go thrift shopping. I like to go to stores that are like very tailored to a certain style, and it's the style that I like, because that way I'm not buying things just because they're cheap. I'm buying things because they're on sale, and most importantly, it's something I had previously identified as something that I wanted to add to my closet. Also, another way that I manage the spending on clothes, especially during those high moments, is I filter out all of my emails. So what I mean is that I don't let store coupons for the most part come to my inbox. I filter them out and they go into a folder called shopping. So that way I'm only shopping when I'm like, oh, you know what? There's some things that I really want to buy. Let me go see who's having a sale, as opposed to me getting those emails and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta buy everything because everything's on sale. Because that way I'm not letting the stores dictate when I shop. I am deciding to shop only when I have identified things that I really, really need at that time. So I hope you like this video. If you do, please be sure to like, write any comments you have below, ask any questions, share it with your friends. I would love for you also to check out my website, www.focusspender.com. I have different budget tools to help you manage your money, a budget tool, a cash flow tool, a tool to help you calculate your net worth. And I would love for you to also follow me on social media. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Focus Spender. Thanks. Bye-bye.